Collier Swecker in Birmingham, Alabama. Hope everybody's having an awesome day. Wanted to just touch base with everybody about, an interesting quote that I heard yesterday, and I think it's so applicable to today's home seller. And it was, you have to sell your home twice in this market just to get the transaction done. And what I think they're talking about is that you have to sell your home from a marketing perspective with your realtor and all that to a buyer. And then once your buyer gets the contract, once the buyer has actually put a contract on the house, then you actually have got to hope and pray that you sell the price and the idea of that price to the appraiser. Because we are seeing just this week, 2 properties, I'd say a third of what we've sold, maybe a quarter of what we sold this month has had appraisal issues. And in fact, those numbers are on par with the National Association of Realtor numbers that say that appraisals have caused the contracts to either fall through or for sellers to have to reduce their price. So 25% of all transactions in April had an appraisal issue of such a degree where the seller either had to lower their price or they lost the contract altogether. So what does that mean to everybody? That means you got to price your house to this market. Understand that you may need to get a pre-listing appraisal, because even if your realtor can get a higher price from the public, which, in many cases, and I guess I'm a believer in, to some degree, that whatever a ready, willing, and able buyer will be willing to pay for your house is a great indication of what it's worth. But at the end of the day, these appraisers got to follow their guidelines, and their opinions are so important that those guidelines are going to tell them they have to actually appraise your house at a lower price than what you got for it. And there's not much you can do about it after they've issued their price. And, we can argue with them once we get it back and say, hey, we want you to reconsider this, we want you to reconsider that. But most of the time, if it's too far, the spread is too far from each other. In other words, what you got the house under contract for and what they appraised for. If it's $10,000, it's going to be hard. $5,000 even. It's going to be hard to make up that number as long as they've done their appraisal the correct way, which most of them do, because most appraisers are honest folks and they're good folks, hardworking. So anyway, those are my thoughts. So just price your house right from the very beginning. You'll probably get an offer 99% of the list price if you'll price it right. If you have any questions, comments, or you disagree with anything I've had to say, email me, Collier@megaagentrealestate.com. Have an awesome day.